Hello and welcome to the INXS, the podcast that uses your votes to determine the most totally legendary 80s thing since the Energizer Bunny made his bass drum pounding debut back in 1987. In Cleveland, Ohio, I'm Keith Barsteller, and joining me as always from his home in Seattle, Washington, it's the creator of the INXS, my longtime friend and co-host, and he also has been pounding something continuously since the 80s. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Joe Walk. Hey, Joe.
Hey, Keith. So, I don't think I have talked with you about this, but you and I both enjoy a good superhero movie. So, have you seen Superman?
I saw it a few hours ago, Joe, just today.
All right, what'd you think?
I thought it was pretty good. It wasn't like my absolute favorite of all time, but I liked it. Yeah, feel good Superman type. He's concerned about human beings suffering and dying. I like that.
Yeah. Optimistic.
Yeah, totally.
Had a Pa Kent that didn't tell him to let people die.
Right.
Right.
Had a cute dog.
Had a dog. It had fucking Crypto, man.
Yeah.
It had Metamorpho. Dude.
Yeah, don't see that very often.
No, you
There's
don't.
never been in a Superman movie before that I'm aware of.
No. Have you seen the Fantastic Four First Steps?
Not yet. That's next.
Okay.
That's next.
Is it on your list? Okay.
Yeah. I think probably next week here.
Right.
With unlimited free time, I can go see it during the middle of the day when nobody's there. So
I dig it, man. That's a good way to do it.
And
I have seen it, and I enjoyed it a great deal. I liked Superman better.
Better, okay.
But they have some things in common in terms of a creator finally getting the characters right, in my opinion.
That's good because, man, those past couple of Fantastic Four attempts were not great, Joe. Not great.
No, not great. Not great. When the second Fantastic Four movie had Galactus portrayed as a giant weird space cloud, that just pissed me off. And this movie, it is the classic Jack Kirby tuning forks on the head, wearing kind of a skirt thing, Galactus, and it is awesome.
That's cool, man. I know Marcia is interested in seeing it because of her love of Pedro Pascal.
Of course.
And I'm excited to see how it turns out.
Same.
It has a cool vibe to it, so I'd like to check that one out. I'll take your recommendation on it then.
All right. I look forward to hearing your thoughts on that movie.
Will do, yeah.
All right.
With the Superman flick, where do we stand on that if you were to rank it in the pantheon of Superman films of the past 60 years?
So for me, I would say it is right below Superman 2.
The Christopher Reeve Superman.
Yeah. I think David Cornsweet is a really good Superman. He is the best since Christopher Reeve, for my money.
Yeah.
Take on the character, I enjoyed the hell out of it.
Yeah, the very very emotionally vulnerable Superman.
Right.
And yeah, he actually gives a shit. And anyway, we don't want to give too many spoilers out, but
right.
But yeah,
but Metamorpho.
Yeah, it's a mild spoiler, but that a guy is in it. But yeah. All right, well, there you go, folks. Get out to the theaters. We want to keep cinema folks employed. We'd like that.
Go to a small, independently owned theater. Try that
if you can. Yeah, that'd be awesome. Well, folks, welcome back to the INXS.
Welcome back.
Today, Joe, it's a landmark 35th show of season 3.
The Big 3-5.
And we will continue down the Bruce Springsteen region as we are going to examine the penultimate matchup of round one, Joe.
Thank you, Keith.
You're welcome. We are going to pit our third seed against our 14th seed in today's Tale of the Tape. Fight!
2 songs enter. 1 song leaves.
It's the Tale of the Tape. He's out!
Our number 3 seed is You're the Inspiration. It was performed by Chicago's from their album Chicago 17, and it was released in October 1984. It peaked at number 3, staying on the charts for 14 weeks.
Nice.
It got ASCAP awards for Foster and Cetera in 1986 for most performed songs. It helped Chicago 17 achieve 6-time multi-platinum certification. It reached number 1 on the adult contemporary chart for 2 weeks.
Crossover appeal for our parents.
There you have it.
And then we can save this last bit for later.
That's what I was going to do.
And all right, well, up against that, what could possibly compete against Chicago, Joe? Well, it turns out the upstarts from down under. It's right. Need You Tonight, our 14 seed, was performed by INXS and was from their absolute smash album Kick. And this song was released October 5th, 1987. And this song was a number 1 song, a little bit higher performer than You're the Inspiration, and stayed on the charts for 25 weeks, 11 weeks longer than You're the Inspiration. Big hit.
Nice.
Now, in terms of other accolades, in the 1988 MTV Video Music Awards, this was nominated 9 times and won 5 awards, including Video of the Year. Yeah, huge. I mean, it's no Sledgehammer, but we'll talk about it later. It's a pretty fucking cool video. MTV Legacy. It's ranked 21st on MTV's 100 Greatest Videos of All Time. So, not bad. This was the number 2 song of the entire year of 1988, behind only one song. On Monday's show, we talked about George Michael. His song Faith was the number 1 song of 88. This song was right behind it. Now, it was a smash hit, but this was INXS's only U.S. number 1 hit, if you can believe that.
I can't believe it.
Well, there you go. So it's a 314 on paper. Those are the numbers that are assigned to them. But I feel like
in our hearts.
I feel like this is going to be a little closer than the typical 314. But
I agree.
Let's listen to these songs, starting with You're the Inspiration. And Joe, before I hit play, may I have this dance? Yes, swaying back and forth.
Awkwardly.
And I want you here with me from tonight until the end of time. You should know everywhere I go, always on my mind, in my heart, in my soul. Baby, you're the meaning in my life. You're the inspiration. You bring feeling to my life. You're the inspiration. Wanna have you near me. I wanna have you hear me say it. No one needs you more than I need you.
Wow, that's big high school dance vibes right there, Joe. Oh,
100%.
All right, and then we're going to scroll down and we're going to hit Need You Tonight. Wow. You always have to get that. Come over here. You gotta time it just right.
All you got is this moment. 21st century's yesterday. You can care all you want. Everybody does, yeah, that's okay, yeah. So slide over here and give me a moment. Your moves are so raw. I've got to let you know. I've got to let you know. You're one of my kind.
Let those crash cymbals play before we cut this one. All right, so there you go. Those are the songs back to back. Very different sounding songs, Joe. Very different. Both arguably very 80s. So let's find out which one of us is responsible for this garbage, and we're going to find out right now. Who's to blame, Joe? Joe, you obviously subscribe to Redbook, not Billboard. Oh, sick burn, Redbook, ouch.
Keith, are you happy? My ears are bleeding now. Thanks.
I know we only got 15 of those, but it feels like it's time to start refreshing, adding some new ones.
I think we might need to, yeah. Our number 3 seed, Chicago, is our 12th overall seed out of 64.
Wow.
I ranked them number 9. You ranked them number 29. So responsibility was joint, but leaning me.
Yeah, 20 higher, and they're in your top 10.
Yeah,
Guys,
Well,
this is Joe's doing.
I'll explain it a little bit.
Yeah. No, I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm not saying you're wrong. Yeah, it's just you're up.
Chicago was responsible for 11 Billboard top 40 hits in the 80s, starting in 1982 with Hard to Say I'm Sorry off of Chicago's 16. That reached number 1.
Oh, man. I think we all know this one. Long intro, but yeah. Here we go. Here comes the actual bit.
It's hard for me to say I'm sorry.
There it is.
I just want you to stay.
Off the same album, they reached number 22 with Love Me Tomorrow.
Man, this one, I remember it, but not a lot.
Can't you see I need you more than yesterday?
I'm trying to find, hit the,
She said,
here it is.
love me tomorrow. Won't you
So I remember it, but early 80s, so we didn't dance to this one.
No. A more familiar song is going to be 1984's Hard Habit to Break, which reached number 3 off Chicago 17.
Yeah, dude, Chicago 17 is the one where it all happened for us in high school.
Yeah.
Takes a lot of getting used to.
I'm gonna cut to the. Here we go.
Instead of getting easier, it's the hardest thing to take. I'm addicted to you, babe. You're a hard habit to break.
Nice.
A song that he was actually singing to heroin. Also off of Chicago 17 was Stay the Night, which reached number 16 in 84.
One of the weirdest videos you'll ever see in the history of music.
I do not remember this video.
Yeah, I saw it during the research for this one, but
Alright, I'll have to check it out.
it's messed
The
up.
song we're talking about today, You're the Inspiration, reached number 3 in 85 off Chicago 17, and that's the next song.
Yeah.
But then also off of Chicago 17, and also released in 1985, was Along Comes a Woman, which reached number 14.
Now, see, this is a rocker for them, Joe. So this wasn't going to be played at a high school dance.
Is this a metal song?
But then it goes like this. Power chords, Joe. Hell yeah.
In 1987, off their album Chicago 18, so original, they hit number 3 with Will You Still Love Me?
I remember this one.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, go, Pet Cetera, go. Actually, this might be Jason Chef at this point. Anyway.
Ooh. Also off that same album in 87, they hit number 17 with If She Would Have Been Faithful.
God damn her.
Bitch.
I remember this one because it goes really high. Listen to this. But interesting twist.
Yeah.
Then I would have been cheated. I would never know real love. I would have missed out on you. So he's glad that she cheated on him.
Well, I take it back. She's a wonderful woman for cheating on him.
That's it.
Off of the album Chicago 19, god damn, they hit number 1 with Look Away.
Oh, yeah. Wait, this is the If You See Me Walking By. Here it goes. This is definitely not Pet Cetera at this point.
No. Off that same album, they hit number 3 with I Don't Want to Live Without Your Love.
Oh, yeah. This is another one of these. Let's see. Where is it? Here it goes. Sounds a lot like a Chicago ballad.
Yeah.
Just not as high pitched because no Pet Cetera.
Right. And then their last hit of the 80s was also off Chicago 19. They reached number 10 with You're Not Alone in 1989.
I had forgotten about this song. I said to myself
I
earlier,
want to forget about this song.
I said to myself earlier, I don't know this song, but now that I'm playing it, I do know this song, unfortunately. All right, I'm going to fade it under and let you talk about Chicago.
Chicago had over 100 million record sales worldwide, 40 plus million in the U.S.
Damn.
They had 23 certified gold albums, 18 platinum, and 8 multi-platinum albums.
That's fucking crazy.
That's insane. They have 1 Grammy win out of 10 total nominations. They were inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in 2016, the Grammy Hall of Fame in 2014, and their chart legacy, they are second only to the Beach Boys among American bands for Billboard success.
Yeah, they were a completely different band in the 70s, right? With songs like 25 or 6 to 4 and stuff like that. And then they turned into this kind of ballady version that you and I know.
They lost all credibility and churned out some crap.
Like Saturday in the Park, right? You know that song? Yeah. This
Saturday in the park.
Right.
I think it was the 4th of
I don't even need to
July.
go to Spotify for it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you've already got it there. All right. Well, that is our 3 seed. I mean, they're a powerhouse. They sold a shit ton of records.
Yep.
Chicago 17 defined our high school years for sure in terms of high school dances.
Oof.
I found out today it was their 14th studio album. So, what the fuck? But anyway.
They started off with Chicago 4. Who knew?
Who knew? All right. Well, meanwhile, 14 seed INXS is our 53rd overall seed out of 64 possible. And that is because Joe has ranked them as 60th and I have ranked them 47th. So that is responsibility joint. But this side of the scales is leaning a little bit more Keith, right? Just 13 points more. And once again, you had Chicago as 9th. So a kind of a chasm of 51 between your rankings, and mine are about 18 apart, 29 and 47. But both of us did put Chicago higher due to the number of hits and some other considerations. But here we go as I cruise down the list of hits, and INXS had 6 top 40 hits in the 1980s, and probably like 10 other songs that you would know. But we're going to talk about the top 40 hits in the U.S. And Joe, you can take it from here.
Well, they started off in 1983 with the song The One Thing off the album Shabu Shuba, which reached number 30.
This was really early in INXS. I don't really know this song. I
know it a little bit.
I know other songs from this album, but I'm not as familiar with this one. But then
they hit number 5 in 1986 off of Listen Like Thieves. It was What You Need.
Man, love this opening, man. Just... All right, here we go. This is the... All right.
This is what you need. I'll give you what you need. This is what you need. I'll give you what you need.
So yeah, that one.
Yeah. Then in 88 they had the album Kick, which gave us the song we're talking about tonight, Need You Tonight, which reached number 1.
Tonight, 'cause I'm not sleeping.
They also hit the charts with Devil Inside, which reached number 2.
This opening riff, though, when it hits, eventually. All right, and then...
Inside, the devil inside. Every single one of us, the devil inside. Devil inside. Devil
Nice.
inside. Every single one of us, the devil inside.
And then, as talked about on side B, they hit number 7 with Never Tear Us Apart.
Which you and I both have a lot of affection for this, right? I mean,
That's one of my favorites.
And they could never tear us apart. We could live.
all right, I guess we
there
can't
it
listen to
is.
the whole song, but goddamn.
The last song to hit off a kick was New Sensation, which reached number 3.
Live, baby, live. Now that the day is over, I got a new sensation.
And then, you know, we're not even talking about the songs from Lost Boys soundtrack. We're not talking about... I mean, they had a lot more stuff in the 80s that you would know if we listed it all out. But, all right, so... INXS was responsible for around 75 million albums worldwide. We got some certifications from RIA! And that is that Kick went 6 times platinum. Listen Like Thieves, where I kind of jumped on board, was 2 times platinum. And X, the song that followed Kick, or the album that followed Kick, was also 2 times platinum. So Kick is essentially the zenith of INXS popularity. They did win, as I mentioned earlier, 5 MTV VMAs for Need You Tonight. They've also won 6 ARIA Awards, 6 Brit Awards, and their peak success moment with Kick, this album spent 81 weeks on the Billboard 200 album chart.
God damn!
Yeah, not quite 2 years, but close. And it peaked at number 3 on the albums charts. Now, you're going to be like, what the hell is that? But INXS is in the ARIA Hall of Fame. I don't know what that is either. Maybe American Recording Industry of America.
Australian?
Probably Australian, yeah. Anyway, they're in Australia's Hall of Fame, and they are Rock and Roll Hall of Fame eligible, but have not been nominated.
Hey, Rock Hall. What the fuck?
Go fuck yourself.
Yeah.
Anyway, so there you go. Those are the rankings. Those are the reasons they're here. And now we're going to find out, Joe, do you like these songs?
That's the way it has to be, 'cause that's the way I like it.
I got to be honest. This song fucking blows, Joe.
That's the way it has to be, 'cause that's the way I like it.
Oh, man, this is going to be fun. We're going to start with our 3 seed, Joe. It's Chicago, You're the Inspiration. Do you like this song?
No. How about you?
It's a complicated answer. I don't ever listen to it.
Right.
If you asked me in public if I like the song, I would definitely say no.
Okay.
But there's another side to it. Like if you asked me if I wanted to erase the song from existence, I would also say no.
Interesting.
You know what I mean? Like I don't want it to not exist.
Okay.
If you asked me if I never wanted to hear it again, I would.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't say I would not. I would say yes. I do want to hear it again, even though I don't like the song. You know what I'm saying? Like I would like to hear it again because of the memories associated with it, even though I don't love it. What if I asked you that question? If I said, Joe, you don't ever have to hear this song ever again, would you say, great?
I would say no. I do want to hear it in one specific circumstance, which I'll talk about later.
Interesting. All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. How do you feel about Need You Tonight?
Yeah, I fucking love Need You Tonight, man. It's just got such a cool atmospheric vibe to it, and it's awesome. How about what do you think?
Of course, I love this song.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So-
no, it's INXS. Enough said. I love this song.
There you go. If it were a popularity contest, it would be over right now, and we would not need arguments.
No, we could go to bed right now.
We could just do it. I mean, it's approaching 3 a.m. on the East Coast, and
Yeah,
we're
dude.
still talking about songs because this is not over yet. And so let's make some arguments about which one of these is more 80s, shall we?
Okay.
All right, fight on it.
All right, Joe, hit me with what you know about 3 seed, You're the Inspiration by Chicago, off of Chicago 17, their 14th album.
What the fuck? All right. So here's the deal. I said there's one specific circumstance under which I want to hear this song, and that is because this song is used in the movie Deadpool, the first Deadpool movie, and in a great scene. And I would not want to be deprived of that particular scene.
Okay.
And that's I feel like contemporary audiences, people who are not our age, probably only know this song from that movie, but it's a great scene, so keep the song around for that reason only.
There you go.
Yeah.
I think for me, it's just so associated with dances from
Oh,
our
God.
teenage years
Yeah.
that even though I don't love the song, I do love thinking about those times sometimes, you know? Yeah. It's crazy. Dude, did you
Yeah.
know that Pet Cetera is 81 years old next month?
I mean, was he 81 in the video that they shot? Because kind of looks like it.
Kind of. That's what I was like. I kind of thought he might be older, but
Yeah.
he's just
Just
81.
a spry 81.
He's essentially my folks are about to turn 80 this year, and so he's right in that parental wheelhouse age.
Got it.
Anyway, what do you know about the writing of You're the Inspiration, Joe? There's some weird shit going on with this song.
Here's what I know. So Peter Cetera was getting ready to fly to Italy, and he got a call from his writing partner David Foster, who was in the studio with one Kenneth Rogers.
Oh, American legend Kenny Rogers.
That's right. He of the movie Six Pack. And David Foster was like, "Hey, we got to write a song for Kenny Rogers." And Peter Cetera was like, "I'm outie. I gotta go. I'm flying to Italy.
Right. I'm trying to fucking pack.
Yeah. But David Foster's like, fuck it, I'm coming to your house. And he zips on over to their house, and in 3 hours, they crank out the tune for You're the Inspiration. Now then Pet Cetera bundles off to Italy, and while he's there, he's working on the lyrics, and he's very inspired by the Baroque architecture.
Oh, I love this architecture.
Yeah, he's got Michelangelo on the brain, and he's like he has lyrics for the song about Michelangelo. Which you're like, but Joe, we've listened to the song and it doesn't talk about him.
No.
That's right, folks.
It doesn't.
Because Kenny Rogers was like, hard pass.
I don't like this at all. No thanks.
Yeah. So they retooled it entirely. They dropped the Michelangelo references, changed it to You're My Inspiration, or You're the Inspiration, and the rest is rock and roll history.
That's right. Well, you mentioned David Foster, and he and Pet Cetera were kind of a writing team for a while there in this era of Chicago, in the 1617 era. And when they wrote this song, you might have noticed a distinct lack of horns in the song. And the problem is that Chicago has a horns section. And they were a little bit like, what the fuck, dude? Where are our horns in the reduced brass arrangement in David Foster's final version of this? Like, kind of not great. Yeah, to do that to your bandmates, I guess, very much, a lot of bands have a song where it's like, okay, here's where the two guys come up front and acoustically play more than words or something, right? And the bass guitarist and the drummer just sit in the background. Well, in this case, we'll talk about what the horn section is doing when we get to the video.
Okay.
Because it's fucking hilarious. Anyway, I read that Billboard magazine described this song as, quote, somewhere between a hymn and an anthem.
That's
End
right.
quote. For You're the Inspiration. Where would you put it on that spectrum?
Closer to hymns because I find it insufferable.
Because you don't want to sing it.
Yeah, that's right.
Just like if you were ever forced to go to a church, you
Would not know the song and would mouth
Wouldn't know the song.
along kind of
Right.
like haphazardly. That's my standard church-going
classic.
behavior, yeah.
All right. You have anything more about song structure, any toids or anything for me?
I don't. There was a pretty thin gruel on this one, so I don't have a lot. But I did watch the video.
Oh, okay. Before we hit the video, real quick, though, I had a needle drop. So
Okay.
I'm going to drop a needle at around 2 minutes, 50 seconds. As soon as I let you hear this majestic opening. So much synth in the opening. All right, at 2:50, the song, we get a sweet key change. And then we get a bunch of Till the End of Time stuff. Here comes a key change. And then we get the song kind of changes into this call and response with the, when you love somebody till the end of time. I don't know if you've ever gotten this far into the song, Joe.
Oh, I have.
And then it kind of does this for another 20 seconds or so, and then it fades out. Boo! Fade outs. Boo! So yeah, you never know quite when to stop dancing at that dance as it slowly fades out. Like, is this the time that I stop rocking back and forth in a very stiff manner?
I think the answer is when your hand sweat has soaked through your date's shirt.
then it's time.
Then you stop.
Then it's time. All right, let's talk about the video, Joe, because there's some stuff to talk about. I had never seen this video. I assume
I hadn't either, and
Yeah.
it left me with more questions than answers.
Yeah, early in the video, we run into what to me looked like a Madonna lookalike and a Billy Idol lookalike making out. Did you have that same thought?
This is the first thing I wrote. Is that meant to be Billy Idol and Madonna?
Yeah, making out.
Clearly it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
Which
they're dressed.
What?
They're at least dress-alikes if they're not lookalikes, right?
Yeah. And then we get the classic shot of Peter Cetera by windows,
Creepily staring off camera.
Yep, looking out of a whole bunch of windows. And then the band is in his living room.
Oh, yeah. That's weird. This is the weird shit.
Which is not a place to play music in a living room.
No.
The keyboardist has a shirtless ruffle shirt.
He's got
sleeveless ruffle shirt.
Sleeveless pirate shirt, basically, is what we're dealing with there.
What the fuck was up with that? That was very confusing.
I think that guy is actually the synth player, but there are 3 or 4. No, there's a piano player and 3 synth players. And I believe 3 of those guys are horn players just fucking around, like pretending to play synth. Because there's not that much synth.
None of them are playing anything very convincingly, including Peter Cetera, who is like feet up in an armchair. Like, you know how you have your feet on the arm of the armchair and you're kind of making a U shape.
Yes, your head is up against the other arm. And
which does not look like a position to play guitar well.
And he's holding his bass, okay? And the way he's holding it, Joe, made me do some research. And Peter Cetera is a right-handed bass player, and he's well known for his bass. And so it was easy to find a video of him playing bass, and he plays like a right-handed person, so strumming with the right hand and working the fretboard with the left hand, right?
Yeah.
In this video, his bass is upside down and backwards, and he is playing lefty in this video. And when you look at it, he's playing his bass lefty, and I don't know why. Like, couldn't they have just moved where the shot was coming from, or flipped him to put his head on the other side of the chair?
Yeah, it's not going to make a big difference. No one gives a shit.
But I thought, like, hey, pat yourself on the back, detective. You figured out he's faking playing the bass. Like, no shit. Of course he's faking it. But you wonder if he's doing it to be funny.
That's the worst joke ever, if that's the case, because it's not. Oh, Jesus God!
So it's like a rehearsal. It's like this subgenre of rehearsal videos, right?
I guess, yeah.
Interlaced with couples, right? Go ahead.
Right? Yeah. So then my next. I just wrote down these questions I had.
Go ahead.
So the first one was is this meant to be Billy Idol and Madonna? Then is this a different couple making out in a car?
Yes,
and then
it is.
Who are these kids? Because there's two
little kids
playing musical instruments. And then who is this woman leaving this guy who has his shirt wide open?
Right, to reveal his flawless abdominal muscles.
Right.
And then they display the worst acting skills of being sad.
Oh, he's throwing up just this weird pouty face. Was awful.
And she's super cute, but not the best face actor of all time.
No.
You know? Yeah.
And then now there's a family?
Now there's a family, and the kids are playing, and the dad's asleep, and they wake up the dad. And it's kind of disjointed for sure.
Yeah.
There's at
None
least
of these
3
things
couples.
have anything to do with the other.
Yeah. I guess they're all having to do with people who are the inspiration to each other, that want to have you near them, want to have you hear them say, nobody needs you more than I.
The open shirt guy, his girlfriend doesn't want to have him near.
Did not work out at all.
You're the inspiration for me walking out on you.
That's it. Hopefully, she did not come to my place after leaving him, unfortunately. But
sorry.
But it's not a great video.
It's really not.
But what it is exceptionally 80s. You're not going to find a shirtless pirate, a sleeveless pirate shirt. Jesus, we can't talk tonight. It really is 3 a.m. on the East Coast. It's a sleeveless pirate shirt, folks. It's worth seeing that. The other guys are dressed like members of the news. From
oh my God, Jesus! Yeah, no. Specifically, the one guy they panned to after the
Pirate
keyboardist,
guy.
I was like, "Is that a member of the news?"
Right. We're
100%.
both given that exact same vibe. Like, hey, we're looking
Yes.
at members of Huey Lewis in the News here.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of 80s look. We've got 80s icons being dressed like. I mean, it's so very 80s content, and the song is schlocky as fuck. And so it's not good, but it's really 80s.
And again, Peter Cetera looking pretty fucking old, like an
creepy.
old guy trying to look young.
Yeah. And so my final judgment on this stuff is terrible, but very, very, very 80s. Like, hard to overcome how 80s it is. I'm kind of worried
true.
about INXS here because,
All right, well,
yeah.
just chill out on that for a minute.
Yes.
We'll get there.
Okay. What else you got on this?
Nothing, man. Just again, memories of awkward, not good 80s dancing.
Yeah.
With girls who did not have any interest in me whatsoever and were being polite.
Did you ever drop this into a mixtape or anything like that?
Fuck no.
Just checking. This is a classic mixtape. Like when you're making a tape for, I never did it either because I didn't have these albums, to.
No.
But just had to check. All right.
Okay.
All right, Joe. Shall we move on to 14C?
Yes, please.
Need You Tonight? All right. Well, Joe, I've got a sweet, tasty surprise for you, my friend.
What is this?
And that is a listener contribution. That's right.
Nice.
During our hiatus, I didn't have time to produce a listener contributed piece. I didn't have time, Joe. I just got back.
Yeah.
I got off a plane and started recording this. I mean, that's how committed I am to the 80s-ist.
God damn it, you're admirable.
But you know who else is committed to this podcast? Maybe as much as any listener. It's my good friend from graduate school, Alejandro.
Nice.
And well, look, I mean, I met him at a communications grad school. The dude can produce his own shit. He's a professor at a college for doing, video production and all kinds of incredible graphic things.
He's got skills, is what you're saying.
He's got skills. So he sent me a completely produced package. And here it is, Alejandro's argument for INXS.
Hola amigos ochenteros. Thank you so much for having me on this amazing podcast and for the opportunity to talk about one of my favorite bands of all time. As a teenager in Córdoba, Argentina, I used to watch a couple of TV shows that featured music videos, and that's how I discovered the awesomeness of INXS. The videos for New Sensation and Need You Tonight were a big hit over here. I mean, the way these guys looked at camera, sang and played their instruments made us want to be at least half as cool as they were. Just listen to the guitars, the drums, the sax. It's rock, it's funk, it's soul, it's totally in your face. Also, I love the vocal interactions between Michael and the rest of the band, as in Need You Tonight. You guys are surely gonna talk about the 80s album, so I wanted to mention their last one. It's from 1997 and it's called Elegantly Wasted. And I think the title sums up what INXS is about. They might be hungover, they might be a little wasted, but they are also 100% elegant and one of a kind. They are true rock stars, by any definition. So, no matter how far they go in this contest, INXS is surely one of the most legendary bands of the 80s. Así que, gracias amigos por invitarme a participar y por regalarnos todas las semanas 3 episodios de este espectacular podcast. Aguante the 80s-est.
Oh my God. It's a home
Alejandro,
run.
Thank you so much.
Alejandro, my goodness, you absolutely killed it. Even dropped in a little Spanish at the end to test my comprehension. Well done. I've been friends with Alejandro. We were friends in the 90s. We met in Boston at Emerson College, and just super great, super kind, gentle heart, really nice guy. And you can hear it coming through in his voice. And he really loves INXS, and I'm with him on that. That's for damn
100%.
sure.
Yeah.
And imagine, just for a second, Joe, and you took Spanish, and I've taken Spanish. Imagine going on a Spanish language podcast and talking about something that we like in Spanish.
Yeah.
We would sound like absolute jackasses. And
No,
he
yeah.
comes off sounding so much cooler and smoother than we do in English,
It's
his
true.
second language.
Yeah.
So I'm just impressed. With
No,
the whole thing.
as a teacher, I have many parent-teacher conferences, and I have any number of them that are with Spanish-speaking folks, and I try to bust
Yeah.
out some Spanish, and then typically they're like, "It's okay, we'll speak English," because wow, wow, you're bad.
Well, because of Alejandro, I've been doing about 10, 15 minutes of Spanish lessons a day now, trying to
Nice.
kind of get reacquainted with it, because I hope to go to Argentina and visit and see Alejandro again and not butcher his home language. So anyway,
Nice.
Alejandro, we super appreciate the contribution, both with this
Absolutely.
and all your listening and your comments. Just love it. Just love having you aboard. Anyway, so it's hard to follow that, but Joe, let's talk about Need You Tonight.
All right. So there was not a lot when I looked up information on the writing of the song. There was not a lot. I did find this on Reddit, so take it with a grain of salt.
Okay.
But the person said, "Today I learned that the famous riff to INXS's song Need You Tonight
Which I'll play behind you. Yeah. You know
appeared in guitarist Andrew Ferris's head."
This one.
Yep. While waiting for a cab to go to the airport. He then asked the cab driver to wait a couple of minutes while he grabbed something from the hotel room. In reality, he went up to record the riff.
Awesome. And because of that, we did not lose this awesome song. So that's good. I do know that from a production standpoint, they built this thing around that sound you hear that starts it off. This is a Roland TR-707 drum machine. My buddy Pete has one, so and it's vintage. But I've actually had my hands on the same drum machine that did this. And this thing kind of, you can hear it keeping time in the background. And they built it around, they built the song around that kind of metronomic sound of the Roland.
Awesome.
So yeah, that's kind of a digital thing that is holding the whole song up. But
Yeah. Vital component.
I also read, and I don't know much more than this, but that Michael Hutchence heard this riff from Andrew Ferris and was like, "Oh yeah, let me go over here," and came back an hour later with full lyric sheet and was like, "Here you go. Here's the song in 1 hour."
Man,
I mean,
that's pretty impressive.
have you ever written a song, Joe?
I have.
And how long did it take you to write it? Was it 1 hour?
I could not say because it's the one song, and it's been around for so long that I don't remember the specifics of its origin.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Do I know this song?
You do, because we were trying to use it in an episode of
Is it the
DVD Radio
Moon?
Theater. That's right.
Yes. Okay. Gotcha. All right.
Yeah.
I gotcha. Because, we wrote parodies together way back.
Oh, that's true. That's
back
true.
when, but those are different. The music's already written. So
Different set of muscles. Yeah, definitely.
All right, because I'm just wondering, you hear these things like in the previous show, or no, that was just in the previous song, where they're like, "Hey, I need a hit in 3
Yeah.
hours," and he cranks out "You're the Inspiration" before he leaves for Italy.
Right.
You know,
right.
and this guy's like, hey, hang on, cab driver, I've got this riff. And like, you know, a couple hours later, Michael Hutchence gets the lyrics, gets the music, and then writes these lyrics, and it's done. It's crazy. It's just
so for them, you're the inspiration.
there you go.
Yeah.
So yeah, what else do you have, man?
So they recorded this album, Kick, in Sydney and Paris. It was produced by Chris Thomas. And according to the 2005 official autobiography of the band, I guess, Atlantic Records was not happy with the result. The label offered the band $1 million to go back to Australia and record another album, but the band said, fuck you, and released it anyway, and it was by far INXS's best-selling album of all time. So Atlantic Records
Suck it.
Could go and pound sand.
The hilarious tidbit that I have on that thing that you just presented is that Atlantic Records initially called this album, quote, out of touch, end quote. Like they thought, we record executives have our fingers on the pulse of what's good, and these guys have no clue what's any good, apparently. And yeah, everybody else in the world, I owned this album. I also owned Listen Like Thieves, and I also owned X. So I owned the 3-album run. And I also owned one later on that had maybe my favorite. Do you know the song Beautiful Girl by INXS? It's
yes.
Yeah, it's I'm trying to remember the album that it's off of. But Welcome to Wherever You Are, where they're dressed as like, I don't know if they're scouts, flight attendants, and whatever. They're wearing uniforms with like the little hats. Anyway, super simple song, but I think this was after X. This was 1992 release. But anyway, just kind of throwing that out there for folks who might remember that stuff. Anyway, Joe, what else do we have? We have to talk about, I guess I have a couple of needle drops if you'd like to hear
let's
those.
hear those needle drops.
All right. With any awesome tune, or even in Chicago, I had some needle drops. In this one, I'm going to run out to 220 to kind of hear the soulful I'm Lonely. You know what I'm talking about?
Can't take it all. Gonna live my life. I'm lonely.
that inhale just after it kind of, goes completely silent, which they do that in several songs, and I love it.
Fucking iconic.
And then, of course, 248, we have a definite ending.
So slide over here and give me a moment. I've got to let you know. I've got to let you know. You're one of my kind.
Yeah, that's
Classic ending.
amazing. Yeah. So that was just, since I only played the beginning, wanted people to hear the end. Remember that.
Definitely.
What else you got? Are you ready to talk about the video?
Let's talk about that video. So this video, which was awarded multiple MTV VMAs, it's super fucking cool.
Yeah, it's a performance video of sorts, I guess.
Yeah.
But not in the same boring way of a lot of.
It's not like a concert performance. It's just them in a studio, but the way it's shot is it's shot in all these layers. So they have like maybe a few members of the band and then someone else superimposed over them, and like maybe the band is in black and white, and then they have someone rotoscoped in front of them performing.
And then, it's definitely like one of the first, it's like it's an early usage of this thing we can all now do on our phones or whatever, where you can kind of take someone out of the background and then make them a layer. And this guy's pulled off his background and he's another layer. And so you might have 3 or 4 band members removed from backgrounds, layered over top, and then the full band is in the back, a 4th layer. And it's something, once again, I can do here. Now I can do it, no problem. But then it was really cool. And one of the ways they achieve the look is by cutting up the 35 millimeter film, like physically, photocopying the frames on a copier, and then pasting them physically back into the film with the photocopy overlay and
That's
over
awesome.
top of the original footage. And that's why you get that. That's where you get that kind of weird grainy look. Is it's a fucking photocopy. Like it's crazy what they that they thought of doing that, and it came out looking super cool. What else did you had more to say about this?
No. It's they like there's different layers doing different things. They've got one time they've got two Michael Hutchinses. They've got they kind of spotlight each member of the band at different times. And then when they're doing the two sections where they're doing the call and response, what are you gonna do? I'm gonna take it all. That part.
Yeah.
They've got the band in the background.
Yeah. Here, there.
Can't take it all.
Right, this part. And
Gonna live my life.
Right.
Yeah.
They have the band in the back, all in kind of coordinated long black and white T-shirts and black pants, doing this really dorky but wonderfully dorky movement to that part where they're doing the response to Michael Hutchinson.
that's awesome.
Calling out. And the drummer, at several points, they have him without drums, just holding his drumsticks, just kind of drumming in the air.
And he's removed from the background, and they kind of slide him all around the frame, and he's like just doing his dum, 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 and then hitting those. We just heard those big crash cymbals that I like right here. Although I had them turned down there. But yeah, it's like I suck at finding things here. So he plays those into the air, which is awesome, and it's just cool looking stuff. Especially had I seen it then, I would have probably my mind would have been blown by it.
Yes, never saw it until today, and I regret that greatly.
And so I'm looking at it, and now I'm thinking about what it took to do that 40 years ago, and then I'm thinking about how I could do it in an hour here, and it still wouldn't look as cool though, because I don't have a photocopier to run this shit through. But yeah,
and that handmade practical effects, that always looks cooler than slick.
Than doing something
stuff.
digital. Yeah. I'm like, okay, I could run it through a filter, but it just wouldn't capture that same feel, I'm sure. So I'm sure our listeners, most of them had already seen this video and are like, hey, welcome to 37 years ago, idiots.
Right.
But I highly recommend watching a little bit of it at least.
If you haven't seen it, definitely watch this video and leave You're My Inspiration on the floor.
This is exactly what Alejandro was talking about when he said you watch them and you want to be half as cool as they are, right?
Yeah, definitely.
This is because then Hutchins especially just comes across as like, all the girls liked him and he was super cool. And
because he's like super good looking.
He just had the essence. This band always set up this atmosphere. All these songs are very atmospheric and cool to us anyway. I know one of our listeners who doesn't like this band very much, but
well,
it's all right. Everyone's got different opinions.
Some of them wrong.
Some of them are not as popular. I had a note. This is from the previous video because you just mentioned Peter Cetera. He's wearing a Bauhaus t-shirt in that video. I just wanted to point that out.
It seems too cool for him.
Yeah, because we were just talking about how cool Michael Hutchins is. And Pete Cetera is like somebody's dad.
Yeah.
Like an insurance salesman dad, but who has like a band that he plays on the weekends in. But he's wearing
they
a Bauhaus.
play at their country club every once in a while because they have to let them play there.
Oh man. Well, I think this is going to be a difficult choice of 80s-ness. But do you have anything before we stop anything further for Need You Tonight.
I don't.
I mean, their sound is not stereotypical synth pop. It's a bunch of different vibes.
Yeah.
But they were so everywhere in the 80s. And like I mentioned already, like movie soundtracks and videos and just tons of big hits. Anyway, they're a different kind of 80s than Sly Fox, and a different kind of 80s than Chicago. And that's what's going to make this difficult. So shall we render verdicts, Joe? Are you ready?
I think so. I'm ready.
Well, Chicago, our favorite, is a 3-seat, which is odd, and therefore I'm going first. And wow. Well, there's a strong, strong pull to vote for a band that I like so much against a band that I don't, love. They have that place, though, in our brain that's reserved for Chicago songs, power ballads or not power, just ballads. There's no power to them. Yeah.
Yeah.
And Chicago, I'm just talking out loud because I don't have a decision, Joe. Chicago's super fucking 80s in experience. They have some synth in their songs, but they're not synth pop, right?
No, definitely not.
Pete Cetera, very famous. He also did Karate Kid stuff. He did a duet with Amy Grant, who was big at the time.
Jesus God.
He did a duet with Cher. He was like the Kenny Rogers of pop music. He was duetting with all these chicks. Anyway. But for me, it was new and it was raw and it was awesome and it's way more of my 80s. I'm going Need You Tonight. I just have to. It's just cooler. It's just more of what I lived. I think it's more 80s in terms of something new in the 80s. And Chicago fits your legend thing more because they were around for decades and then kept going and all that stuff. So I don't know what you're going to do, but I'm going INXS. Need You Tonight.
Yeah, I am too, without all the hand wringing.
Good.
And yeah, sure, Chicago is legends because they were the beginning of the 70s and then after. But here's the thing is, I fully believe that if Michael Hutchence hadn't died, INXS would have gone on to continued success. And so they're legends too. Now, in the Tale of Tape, we talked Who's to Blame? We talked about me ranking that number 60, and that's honestly because we featured them on side B.
Yeah,
and so I tended to rank people lower if we'd already featured them.
Okay, right. And you ranked Chicago pretty highly.
I ranked Chicago pretty high because they were fucking ubiquitous.
They were everywhere. Yep.
And so they were very, but they're in that kind of REO Speedwagon, Air Supply kind of ballady shit that I don't.
That kind of bucket that you don't want to.
Yeah.
Right.
And so I'm going with Need You Tonight. Final answer.
That's awesome, man. That's you, me. And presumably Alejandro.
Presumably.
Yeah.
But other people might
Chicago is going to get votes. Laugh as much as you will. They will get votes.
Yes.
Yeah.
And if you want to vote for them or INXS, whoever, go to our Substack. It's the 80zest.substack.com. Find us there. Cast your votes. Give us your feedback. Scream about how unfairly we're treating Pat Cetera.
That's right.
Whatever you want. If you're not a Substack person, you can also find us on Blue Sky by searching for the 80s-est podcast.
That's right. If you are a person who loves fine podcasts, well, you can find us on Apple. You can find us on Google. But especially, you can find us on Spotify. And if you don't listen to the cast on Spotify, that's cool, man. But we embed these playlists and into all of our posts, and those are all still up there from season 1 and 2 and all of season 3. Everything we've put is still up there on Spotify. So, well, that's all the time we are going to have for today. But please join us next time on the 80sist when we will finish up the entire first round and the Bruce Springsteen region with one final Friday matchup, and that is going to be 7-seed Photograph against 10-seed Call Me. Will Debbie Harry of Blondie and Joe Elliott of Def Leppard trade hair care secrets?
Spoilers, yes.
Find out next time on the 80sist. Well, until then, on behalf of Joe Walk, this is Keith Marsteller saying...
Actually,
feet on the ground.
Keith, sorry.
Yeah.
Before we go, you mentioned the Energizer Bunny in the open.
Yeah.
Can you believe the bunny started off as a parody of a 1970s Duracell drumming bunny ad?
What? Huh.
Yeah. The new Energizer ad recreated the old Duracell commercial, but added a more radical, rebellious bunny to show you that Duracell sucks ass and the Energizer fucking rules.
Wow. If I hadn't written the line that you just read, I would not have known that it was a parody ad. And also, I had no idea that I would decide to make you pretend to love Energizer so much. I wonder what I was thinking when I wrote that, huh?
You didn't write this. I, Joe Walk, truly am totally stoked and pumped about the Energizer Bunny. It keeps going and 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 going.
Stop. Fine. I believe that you, Joe Walk, truly love the Energizer Bunny, okay?
Well, did you know that the bunny is one of the top 10 most recognizable global icons in all of worldwide advertising? Another thing, he's also
Okay, I get it, man. You truly, personally, unironically love him. I understand now. Whew.
Oh, would it be okay if I played the first commercial he ever appeared in, please?
If it will get you to stop talking about him, yes, let's play it. You're like the Energizer Bunny of loving the Energizer Bunny, man.
Fuck yeah, let's do this.
For years, you've seen some commercials where one battery company's toys outlast the other toys. So you may have assumed their battery outlasts even Energizer batteries. Fact is, Energizer was never invited to their playoffs. And today's Energizer won't be invited either. Why? Because no battery lasts longer than Energizer. So now you know. A word to the wise. Energize.
Yeah, do you remember that?
Oh yeah, no, I don't remember I remember the first commercial. I don't remember necessarily the guy's voiceover, but yeah.
There's like a bunch of shitty like little rabbits drumming,
Yep.
and then this guy comes in and is like, whoosh, whoosh, whoosh,
that's right. He's not like the other bunnies.
But what I didn't realize is that was like a 70s Duracell commercial, and they basically took it and did it again, and then shat on it.
Yeah, that's because back this is back in the day when you crank out a commercial in 1977, and then it was still playing like 8 years later. Because that's just like, why do we make a new one? Fuck it, let's just use that one. Yeah,
and this Energizer Bunny crap is coming up on 40 years, and they're still using it. It keeps going and going and going. Yeah. And just for the record, you probably do not give a shit about the Energizer Bunny, right?
Not a shit.
Do you use Energizer batteries?
I use whatever fucking batteries are lying around.
That is
the house.
what everyone does. No one has brand loyalty to batteries.
No way, man. I'm not putting Duracell in there. Fuck that.
All right. Well, there you go, folks. Energizer and I don't know. That's our show for tonight. Thanks for playing along, Joe.
All right. We'll see you on Friday.
Okay.